and welcome to Triggered on Spark. I'm your host, Donald Lamont, and this is the pilot episode of a new panel game show called Triggered. The aim of the game is for the panellists to let us hear their most annoying sounds and explain why it triggers a reaction, and should therefore be blown to oblivion. There are three categories: human actions, everyday sounds, and music. So without any further ado, let's meet the panellists. Stuart, artist extraordinaire, the delightful actor Charlotte, and our tree-hugging environmentalist Cheryl. We begin with the human actions category. Cheryl, this is your first sound. You have 2 minutes to tell us what it is and why it should be triggered.
Please check your packing area. Help is coming.
It's the please wait, help is coming. And when I walk into a supermarket, even if I'm not going to use the self-checkout, I still have to walk past them. It's the inevitability of someone putting something in the baggage area and the little machine taking offence. The beep itself is annoying because it's so high-pitched. Beep, beep. it sets my teeth on edge. But worse is the voice. And I know that they put a lot of effort into finding just the right voice that's supposed to make you calm and keep you patient. Well, you know, help is coming, assistance is on the way. It's just like, no.
So what do other people think?
I agree, actually.
It is really frustrating. It is that really calm voice that's supposed to make you chill out, and it just makes you more infuriated.
Yeah. No, it tries to act as though it's on your side, and we all know it's not.
They use them for sat-navs as well, don't they? And they don't make you calm. You're just like, I'm not calm.
No, and I think they use a girl's voice, a nice, calm lady's voice. The idea being, you know, she's not scary, she's easy to listen to. But no, they're just going to have to change the words. I want it to apologise, and I want the volume levels turned so far down that you actually have to strain to hear what she's saying. Because when you're standing, even if you walk past, there's like half a dozen of these things all going off at once, isn't there? With the little red flashy lights on the top, and people sort of standing about looking useless. So the situation's bad enough without the added insult of this voice saying, help is coming.
I think it's quite good because you can interact with it. Every time it makes a noise and they say unexpected item in bagging area, I communicate with it. I say, yeah, I know, be quiet. So it does cause some kind of interaction for lonely people who only go to shops once a week.
Talk to, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You think they're deliberately putting their milk in without scanning it just to have someone talk to them?
Yeah, well, I think it works that way.
I think it's irritating because they're so calm and you're so not calm because you can't scan what you need to.
Yeah, well, the whole point of the self-checkout is you're in a rush. You know, you're trying to get through as quick as you can, and I've never once managed to find my way through without setting the little thing off. Unexpected item.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm not stealing. Like, I'm just trying to get shopping.
You start looking guilty, don't you?
Okay, well, we need to move on now. So next we have Stuart. This is your sound. You have 2 minutes to explain what it is and why it should be triggered.
Oh, well. That goes through me. That goes right through to my bones. It's a dentist drill, and it's really because a large part of my childhood was spent at the dentist. I had a lot of problems with my teeth. Every week at school there was a period where I would have teeth taken out, teeth removed, operations and things like that. So that whole thought of the dentist and the sound of the drill just makes me just crunch into a ball and shake in the corner. When I had all these operations, I had a bad reaction to anaesthesia. So I genuinely thought that when I woke up, there was aliens trying to abduct me. And all I could taste was that taste of the injection, and then the sound of the drill came after it, and I was like, I'm being operated on. And I thought it was aliens trying to steal my eyeballs. I don't know where that came from, but it just gives me really bad memories of that entire time of my life. Yeah.
I was cringing just listening to it, really. I had my eyes closed.
It's horrible.
I've only had something done on my teeth once, like with the drill, and it's the feeling that it gives you sensitive teeth. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, my teeth are sensitive, I don't like this.
Yeah. It's horrible. I know it sounds strange, but it's like the taste of the dentist, you know, the that numbing sort of, I don't know. Just blow up dentists. I don't mind.
Yeah, they charge far too much. That's the thing, isn't it?
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, well, I think a dentist drill, the sound itself, you're quite right, is quite annoying. It does go through you. But remember, if we blow it to oblivion, we blow away that sound, and that means the drill goes. So what they're going to use instead? Pliers. So it's a difficult one. I'll ponder on that.
Consider.
Yes, and have a think about that.
Well, you can still smile with false teeth. That's fine.
Get them yanked out. Nice and shiny ones.
Okay, let's now move on to our third contestant, Charlotte. This is your sound. You have 2 minutes to explain what it is and why it should be triggered.
Oh, that's a zip. And they irritate me because people tend to play with them, and they're really time consuming as well. So constantly putting a zip up and down. You're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, no, stop it.
I'd never found them that annoying until I heard that.
That was
now, everywhere
loud.
I go, I'm going to notice people fiddling with their zips. So
Yeah.
I know. And again, it's a sound you're out of control of. You can't do anything about someone else sitting next to you playing with their zip. You just got to sort of bear it.
Yeah, it's like when people click the pen, that's equivalent to zips for me. It's just like, I know you've got a zip. Please stop the zip. I can hear it. I'm aware.
It reminded me of that plastic when people scratch the plastic, and
Yeah.
that just made me like cringe.
Not for playing with. You zip yourself up, and then when you want to take your coat off, you zip yourself down. You don't sit there going up and down and up and down. And,
And that's how you break your zip, and then people wonder why
yeah,
you've
then
got
they end up
broken
jammed in their
zips.
coat for the rest of the day, and they can't get it off, eh? So they brought it themselves. But yeah, that was quite irritating when I heard it there.
My thoughts on zips. I think they're essential. They're quite easy to use, etc. But I do understand the repetitiveness of it can be quite annoying. My brother always carries a rucksack around with him, and every time he comes to visit me, he's got a rucksack full of junk, basically. And when he searches for something, he's got a rucksack full of all these pockets, and he's zipping every single pocket. And I found that irritating. It really did. And it angered me rather than made me cringe. But then we counteract that with the fact that zips are quite useful.
Also, buttons are annoying and Velcro's annoying. So literally, just keep your coat open.
Yeah.
Or just wear jumpers, just wear
Just
hoodies.
a
just
pullover
live in
coat.
hoodies. Yeah.
Right, well, there we have it. Those are the three sounds. I now need to decide which one I'm going to blow to oblivion. Beeps at a self-service counter. Yeah, okay. They're quite useful. They can be annoying. Repetitive, no, unless, of course, you do something wrong. It trains you to pack your bags properly. And it is good for company, for lonely people.
You're so making this up.
Drill, a dentist drill, essential, definitely essential. The noise, you're right. The noise does drill through you, hence the word drill for both. But it's necessary to get clean, healthy teeth. But the zip, I must admit, I have to agree with Charlotte here. The zip is a nuisance and a half. It's got its uses, but maybe they need to produce a silent zip. So for that, I think Charlotte's zip should be triggered.
Oi, triggered, mate.
Okay, we need to relax now. A bit of light relief to get our heads together. You can't beat a bit of Elvis rocking around the jailhouse.
Where Sunderland lives.
Spark.
Okay, Elvis seems to have been locked up in the jailhouse. The next round itself is everyday sounds.
Well, it's whistling. There we go. I know it's supposed to be jolly and a sign of happiness, but I don't think it's jolly. I think it's the worst thing ever. It's It's more the whistling to music that infuriates me. So when people hear music and then whistle along to it, I think, can we just listen to the song? Can you stop? And it's strange because I like birdsong, which is similar, but I don't like when humans are doing it. Just don't like humans, yeah. But it's frustrating.
I think with that, like, birds are actually, like,
they're supposed to,
harmonious.
yeah.
Humans are not.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I like the music. Don't like you whistling to the music, but yeah.
I don't think you can have whistling. I mean, you're taking away whistle while you work with the seven little dwarfs, Snow White and the Seven. You can't take that away. You can't blow that out the water and trigger it.
I can. And I will. No, I can't stand it.
What if they're
don't
great
know what it
whistlers?
is.
You get world-class whistlers. What if someone was really, really good at it? Would it still annoy you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It doesn't matter how good it is. It's still infuriating. It's like a harmonica as well. Like, that's annoying. I don't know.
Is it because it's, like, so high-pitched?
Maybe, yeah. Distracting. It's distracting more than anything, yeah.
I like whistling though. And it's
Ugh.
especially if it's a song that you like, but you don't know all the words, which happens a lot. So you can just fill in with a whistle instead.
Maybe it's because I can't whistle too,
I
so
was
I'm just like...
I'm jealousy.
I think if I was a dog or a cat, I would have problems. Because I don't... I wouldn't like that whistle. Yeah.
Who whistles on a cat?
I think whistling is a dying art. The whole country used to whistle 50 years ago. You had everybody walking around whistling away, and it does cheer you up. But I agree to a certain degree with Stuart in that if you can't whistle, then don't whistle. There's nothing worse than a tuneless whistle, I think. In fact, there's probably plenty worse than a tuneless whistle, but I prefer not to hear a tuneless whistle. Let's now move on to Charlotte and your second sound.
Oh, that's the one filing the nails, and I have a housemate who avidly likes to file her nails, and I have to leave the room. It just sets my teeth on edge. Like, I have to, like, bite down because I don't know why, but it's just the sound makes my whole body just go, oh no, I don't like that sound. Like, it just seems very unnatural.
It's like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. I think all your sounds have just like made me cringe like so far. I think you're winning. Not heard Cheryl's yet. Yeah, filing is horrendous. The sound anyway. What do you think?
I think it seems like an odd thing to do in front of someone anyway. I mean, that's body maintenance. That's something you take yourself away to paint your nails in front of someone, perhaps. But to be sitting there and then what? All the little bits of filed off nail are sort of flying about the place, and like little white dust particles or something.
Yeah. They're like, when you file your nails as well, sometimes it can burn, and it's just like, oh, your finger, like, be careful. And it just makes me think of, like, if they file too far, they're going to damage the skin, and that also makes me cringe.
No, I don't think she oughtn't to be doing that in front of you. I don't think that's
No.
like flossing in front of someone, or no, it's not on.
It's an essential task. If you cut your nails, you'll have ragged edges and things like that, so you need a file to make them smooth, or you'll be catching your nail on all sorts of items and causing you damage.
Yeah, you rip your stockings. It's £9 a pair of stockings.
I know,
nowadays,
very
so
expensive.
I
agree.
Ragging that.
Yeah, I put lots of rags in my stockings. Alternatively, what do you do?
Bite them.
Bite
them. You bite them off.
Isn't biting
That's what
worse
you
though?
do.
Just clip them off.
Yeah, do you
like,
not just clip them and then leave them? Like,
Yeah,
never
leave
look
them
at
on
them
the floor
again?
for your mum to come round and pick up with a hoover.
Yeah.
6 months later.
Yeah, I think people need to learn to use a hoover rather than relying on their mum.
That's another noise.
Oh,
Hoover.
aye. Yeah.
Yeah, but then how often do people file their nails? Charlotte, your friend, how often does she do it? Maybe
every day.
every day, really?
Does she
Yeah.
have nails left?
Like, but she just sits and files the top and then doesn't do anything else. I mean, I don't really think she's shortening them. I think she's just filing them because she knows it irritates me now as well. So she just
She's
sits
found
there
her
and
Achilles
files
heel.
them and then looks at me and I'm like, I'm going to leave the room. I can't deal with this.
But she finds it calming. You know, I sort of
What's
sit
calming
down
about
for a minute. You know,
I think that is true. You know, there are people who do find that filing it is nice. It's almost like reading or watching the TV or something. They do it while watching
Plucking your
TV.
eyebrows or something.
Chopping veg is relaxing.
Oh, right.
Agreed.
Just
Absolutely
repetitive.
agreed.
Repetitive movement.
And I like to chop everything in different shapes.
Okay, let's move on to Cheryl. This is your everyday sound. What is it? And tell us why it triggers your reaction.
Well, I think that speaks for... And that's not even the most irritating snore. The most irritating snore, I think, is that high-pitched, sort of wheezy. I'll like...
That is a specific snore.
And it's annoying because in Scotland I actually have a neighbour in a separate house next door, and he snores through the walls. And it's so loud, and it's... I think if they just stuck to a certain range and a certain tempo, perhaps your brain would sort of start to cancel it out and you wouldn't notice it. But it's the irregular snore, the fitful snore, the roll over and then start again snore. And I really think, I don't know, can we not just staple their lips shut for the evening or something like that? It infuriates me because it goes on and on and on. And, you know, generally you're in bed and you're trying to sleep. And even cats snore, dogs snore, people snore. I like to think I don't.
I actually don't.
Yeah, I bet you don't, because we're girls. We don't
Yeah.
snore. But guys snore like
No,
baby dragons.
no, I know women that snore. I'm pretty much the only one in my family that doesn't snore, apart from my gran
If-
and my immediate family.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well, we're not
and
gonna
it's
take your
really
word for
annoying. It is annoying. It's like you say, the irregular. Like if you, it's like fits and starts.
Yeah, that it drives me demented because you can't cancel it out. You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
you can't ignore it.
My granddad
And you're
used to
stuck
sound
with it.
like a motorbike. That's how bad
Really?
it was. Yeah, like my nan was just like, I used to have to go and like sleep downstairs. She's like, even then I could still hear him. She's like, I don't know how I'd do it. She's,
I'm sure many relationships gone ping tong just because someone snored too much. And I think it's alright if you're asleep before them. 'cause
oh
then
no, but you're
you
never
don't hear
asleep
it.
before them.
No, you're either waiting on it happening. And it's even more infuriating because it doesn't bug the person that's doing it.
They don't know.
They get away with
Yeah.
it.
They
It's
don't
not
know.
free. They don't know.
I think it's funny as well when people wake themselves up snorting. And it's like, yes, that's how loud you snore.
I know, I can't stand it really, and it's as soon as I hear it, as soon as I hear someone snoring, I get anxious and I start thinking it's like they're intruding in my world. They're out of order.
In your sleep.
They're intruding in my sleepy place.
Don't we all snore, though? I think some people are more susceptible to snoring than others, but I think we all snore, depending on whether we've had too much to drink the night before, whether we're tired, whether the way we're lying in our bed. I think we all do snore.
No, I definitely don't.
No, and I definitely don't either.
The only time I snore is when I've got a cold, and that's because I can't breathe.
No.
How do you stop somebody snoring then?
Wait,
Well, you can pinch their nose, and that'll give you like a sort of 30-second break while they pass out. But then when they sort of
Don't try that at home.
but when they come to again, they're just going to start snoring again, aren't they?
I confess, I snore.
Aha, you've had that knock at the door at 3 a.m.
I know. I get told off. And I've also had my nose pinched and all that sort of stuff. And there are times when I have woken up with a sore throat caused by snoring. Right, so it's time to think about what to blow into oblivion. Right. Whistling, I think whistling's good. I do feel happy when somebody whistles around, especially a nice tuneful whistle, which is ideal. I must admit. I don't think I can blow whistling to...
No, he's made the right decision.
Whistling, yeah. But because we spent so much time talking about snoring, I'd actually forgotten what Charlotte's sound was. What was that? Oh, nail files, that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nail files, definitely. I think that's useful. I know the sound is irritating, but it does does make your nails nice and smooth, and you don't drag them on anything. But snoring, I must admit, snoring is something that I do, and I wish I didn't. And I think that is one of those sounds that irritates everybody. And I put snoring.
Yay!
I trigger snoring, blow it to oblivion.
Mate.
Scratching off a fork off a plate. Because it's absolutely horrendous. It just scratches straight through your bones.
The sound of people chewing. Ugh. People eating is the worst sound in the world.
People who know they're in a squeaky chair and continue to squeak it. They haven't decided that they should probably stop squeaking the chair. Like, everyone can hear it, you can hear it, why are you not stopping?
My partner breathing, like ever. He's not allowed to breathe in the house. That's a rule. Especially like if we ever try to sleep in the same bed. Just no breathing. Do it because it's very distracting and it keeps me awake.
Chalk on blackboard. I hate, and nails on the blackboard. Really can't stand them. They set my teeth on edge.
I know it sounds really like, because it can't be helped, but you know when a train comes to a halt and it's like squeaking noise, it sounds like someone's with like nails on a chalkboard just going down, like, no, I don't like that. So that's probably mine. The most annoying sound.
Squeaky doors. You know, like those shutter doors? Like, clicky pens? Clicky pens. Like furiously clicky pens.
People that tap false nails just because they've got them on. Just because they've got them on and they can. Why? You've never done that in your life until now.
The sound of someone who really needs a toilet weeing really powerfully into the water. Not into the side of the bowl, into the water. It's awful. Stop.
Yeah, interesting stuff there. Before we move on to the next round, there is, in fact, a serious note to this programme. Misophonia is a hatred of sounds, such as loud eating and chewing. Research by Newcastle University has proven that misophonia is a medical condition. Let's hear from Caitlin Mitchell, having a chat with our very own Joel Watts about this debilitating condition.
What can you tell us is misophonia? Am I saying it right? Is misophonia?
Yeah. I think right now it's defined as a neurological condition. And basically it's when you process a sound and you react with a fight or flight kind of reaction. Depending on the sound, different people have different reactions. So a lot of my reactions tend to be panic or fear or rage.
Can you just give us an example of what sounds trigger misophonia?
It depends on each person, but mine tend to be repetitive sounds. So tapping is one of them, or chewing, or kind of any sound that comes from the mouth. It's affected like every aspect of my life. It affects school, any kind of social situation, home life, or just anything that involves noise, basically. Chewing gum is a big one. So that kind of, I think the biggest part is it's really distracting. So if anyone in class is chewing gum or like clicking a pen, then my focus will be on that instead of on the teacher, so it makes learning environments very difficult. It doesn't really stop. There isn't really a break from it, because one trigger sound stops and there'll always be another one. So it doesn't really, it kind of follows you around.
Can you tell me how bad it actually is?
So we eat at different times. So we don't eat in the same room. So I'll either eat in the kitchen when you're not eating, or I'll go upstairs and you'll eat in the kitchen. And then doors are closed. We'll have music on in both rooms normally, don't we? And plastic forks are popular in our house.
Plastic forks?
Yeah.
It's Joel Watts speaking to Caitlin Mitchell, who has misophonia. That's misophonia. However, we're going to finish off this programme with something more light-hearted, music that triggers a negative reaction. What? A radio station blowing up music? So, Charlotte, you can start this round. You have 2 minutes to tell us what music gives you the heebie-jeebies and why.
It was fun, fun, fun. When we were drinking, it was fun, fun, fun. When we were drunk and it was fun, fun, fun. When we were laughing, it
lovely.
I'm glad it stopped there because just after that, whistling comes in.
I know, I was just like, oh.
But for me, I hate that song because my dad used to have it as his ringtone on his phone, and every time he used to get a call from work, that had come up. But I think it's the fact it's so repetitive. It just really grates on me. Like, it's making me like, it's hysterical. I hate it. It's just one of those, like, why did you produce that song?
I think it's great. It's one of my favourite songs.
You are kidding us on.
I think it's brilliant. Noah and the Whale. I love it, yeah.
I don't mind the rest of Noah and the Whale, but that song specifically is so repetitive. And then, because it was my dad's ringtone as well,
It's like
just
overplayed.
constantly going off. And I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. Oh, it's horrible.
I did not enjoy listening to that. And as you say, it's the repetitiveness of it. You're just like, oh, are you going to write a song or not? You know, get some lyrics in there. So I found it. And the forced cheeriness of it, that's what was really...
It is kind of forced, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then when it almost got to the whistling bit, I was like, oh.
Turn it off.
My insides were like, oh.
It's a good job it stopped there, actually, because I was like, the whistling in that song is also very forced.
Do you think it's just like repetitive songs that are just aggravating? Or things that are overplayed?
Yeah.
I think especially on a phone, I mean, it'd be all right if it got like the first 5 seconds and then you answered it. But you know when people's phones are sending them alerts and they just, they just get on with whatever they're doing and leave it beeping and...
If you've got more of a high-pitched voice, I will not listen to it. Because there's another song that irritates me as well, and it's Somebody That I Used to Know.
Oh, I quite like that one. I like that song.
Because he gets so high-pitched, I switch off.
I'm not the biggest fan of that song.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I liked it, and I like the visuals for it as well. I think that fun song it's out of place. That is in the pub, abroad, getting wellied, fun song. As soon as you are like here in real life and it's a Tuesday morning or something, it's not what you.
It's like, why is there this need for forced happiness?
Fun.
It's that happy song as well. Like,
yeah.
Because I'm happy. I'm like, I'm not happy. Stop.
So it's happy songs we don't like then?
Maybe we're just miserable.
It's forced happy though. Because you can
forced.
tell when they've been singing that song, they were not happy to sing that song.
I wonder how many times that poor guy had to sing fun.
I disagree. I'm sorry. I think it's a fun song. And it cheers you up. It makes you dance. It makes you whistle. It makes you even sing.
Better not make anyone whistle.
See what the other people say.
Yeah, don't make hasty decisions.
I know.
Yeah, wait for it.
I know. That's right. Let's find out what the next one is. Stuart. No, sorry. Cheryll. Yeah, that's very good.
Yous were grooving along in that. I don't believe it. So this is music that's just too clever for itself. Okay, so it's music based on maths. So there's no real tune. Okay, it's just a collection of chords, and they're all sort of chucked together with precision, but based on there'll be some theory. So I think that one is that he had to use every note. But every time he used them, he had to use them in a different sequence. And it's just music that's not music.
Well,
and
no
it just
one likes
goes on
maths.
and on and on and on a bit longer. And it's drawn out and it's just too uppity. There's no nice lyrics. There's no real movement of the music. It's just maths. It's just trying and. That's sort of an example of like this modern jazz idea and things like that. It's not music. In fact, it shouldn't even be in the category because it's not even music. It's just noise. and as soon as I hear it, it's
Donald
so
is shaking his head
in
disbelief.
It's so inflated and self-important and.
Isn't all music mathematical? Isn't life based around mathematics?
Oh, this got
Don't start me. Not on a Tuesday. Don't start me, Donald.
Really quick.
Well, I mean. The music is math. So you're saying that the whole genre of mathematical music, to me, music is mathematical.
Yeah, and there's like a rhythm and there's sort of a sense of timing, agreed. But that was just noise. That was just...
I was enjoying it. And I'm sure there's loads of people who were enjoying that.
I promised that I wouldn't say who it was, but will I just say who it was?
Say who it is.
Yeah. That was Zappa.
Frank Zappa, yeah.
Uh-huh.
A well-known, bizarre type
Bizarre.
musician.
That's a nice way of putting it. Aye.
However, well-liked by loads of people.
So what does that say about society, that people think that's music, eh?
It's art, Cheryl.
It's not art.
It is art. I mean, and the fact that it's based around mathematics as well. I know I said all music is mathematics. This is somebody using mathematics to write notes and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite intelligent as well.
I'm not saying it's not clever. I mean, obviously, some people just don't have enough to do and a bit much time on their hands that they come up with the idea in the first place. It is very clever. It's not music. It's not pleasant to listen to. It doesn't pull an emotional response out of the listener. Some things are clever, like, I don't know, like the gubbins of a TV, that's clever. Or how they get the toothpaste in the tube, that's really clever. But this is just... I think it's something that people should just listen to by themselves in the bedroom with their headphones in. This isn't something that should be sent out into the world to annoy people. It doesn't touch my heart, it doesn't touch my mind. If it's maths, it should be on a blackboard, not blaring through speakers.
Charlotte, have you heard of Frank Zappa before? Have you heard his music?
No, not really.
He's got a funny moustache.
The fact, as soon as you said it had maths in it, I was put off. I don't know, like, if you're just creating something with the intention to be clever, then what's the point? Like, if you want to create music where it's like you want people to feel things, then I think being clever about it doesn't really help. Like, it sort of just comes to you if you want people to feel things. And it's nice to listen to a rhythm and stuff without thinking, well, that's just... I know you've made that with maths.
See, the thing for me is if it's seen as art is the search for anything beautiful to me. So if someone finds beauty in the notes or the sound, then I suppose that would appeal to some people.
Yeah.
Did you find any beauty in that piece of music?
No.
Well, there we are.
There
we go.
I liked the sound of the guitar, but I like to hear
It was good guitar
instruments
playing.
in a song. That's what I like to hear. I don't like auto-tune. That really annoys me.
Oh yeah, auto-tune's terrible.
Yeah. Okay, well, we need to move on. And finally, we have Stuart. This is your music. You'd like to tell us why you like it obliterated. You have 2 minutes to explain why.
I actually hate my life right now.
Oh, good old Kylie.
Can't get it out of your head, no?
Just that one song by Kylie. And it's the title says it, you can't get it out your head. And when it came out at the time, I was about 8 or 9, 10 maybe. And we used to go to the Splash Disco, which is a disco in a swimming pool. And it was the most overplayed song at that period in history. And it was played every single time, 3 times during that disco, and it just irritates me. It's the work of the devil, and like you said before, like I hate repetition in songs. Like I don't think that's music. I think repetition is really frustrating, and yeah, but then there's also a thing, like I think a lot of the sounds that you hate are to do with experiences that you have. So when I used to go to the Splash Disco, this song was played, and one time I slipped at the side of the pool and fell onto a rope that was holding like an inflatable thing.
Ow.
So got rope burn across my chest.
That song.
To that song. So basically Kylie tried to drown me. Hashtag that.
I hear what you're saying about repetition. That na na na.
I mean, what was the intention behind this song? Because I know a lot of people like it, but did she just run out of lyrics?
The worst thing is, I don't even think she wrote it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really like it.
I like Kylie.
It's sexy.
I think Kylie has good songs.
Yeah, she does.
But I just don't like this one.
I mean, at least she's giving you the truth when she says you can't get it out of your head.
True.
Yeah.
She's straight to the point.
Yeah.
Is it not? It was a dance track, though, like you said. Although I've never been in a swimming pool disco.
Neither have
So
I.
I can't
Oh, it was
imagine how you
great.
dance.
Apart from that song playing. But no, it was just the swimming pool is open for like 4 hours and all the kids go and there's like inflatables and you get food and it's sort of like a pool party.
But you're not supposed to eat for an hour before you go swimming.
Well, yeah, that's a silly idea, but we were fine. We didn't sink. Although I nearly did when I fell on the rope to that song. Yeah.
I think it was overplayed, and I can see why that
It
would
was.
tick you off. The worst one I thought for being overplayed. Actually, I walked out of a job. I was in like a production line, and this was on every 15 minutes, whatever channel they had the radio on. And it was when Whitney Houston redid "I Will Always Love You."
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I like Dolly Parton's version.
Dolly Parton,
Just go
like,
back to the original.
we had it to the wall. There was no need for anyone else to re-release that at all. But it was the repetitiveness of it. It was on all the time.
It's like, I suppose it's like Adele now. She's played a lot. Like, everybody knows Adele songs.
Yeah.
And you sort of become numb to it. Like, you're just like, it's going to be played. Or
But
it's
see, I
there.
really enjoy that Kylie song. I think that's one of her best ones. And I love the dance. And I like, is it a Ferrari she's driving at the start? And it's
I know
like,
they have buckets on their heads.
I mean, the visuals of it.
Yeah, the visuals are good.
But then just
Very
to
naughty
actually
visuals, very.
listen to
Yeah.
it, it's just...
Oh, it's just
very
talking about
impressive.
love. Come on. It doesn't matter what I do. I just can't get you out of my head. Your love is all I think about. It's a beautiful love song.
Is she talking about love, or is she
Or the
talking about
car.
the song? Or the car? Or the bucket on her head?
The bucket on her head. She didn't wear a bucket.
Yeah, the red thing.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
like
some
a
plastic thing on her head.
windshield. She was trying to be a car, maybe. I don't know, windshield.
Maybe she is talking
And a
about the
boiler
car.
suit. And I really liked it.
I disagree entirely.
Yeah.
I think, though, if you hear a song so many times in an hour, you don't want to listen to it anymore.
That's true.
Yeah. It's repetitiveness that gets you. But I must admit, I do like Kylie. And I do like that song.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, this
so-
is going to be a hard one because Donald likes them all.
I feel like
It is.
that's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day now, though.
That's the thing as well, yeah.
So I need to decide. I've liked them all, as Stuart quite rightly said. Noah and the Whale, Kylie, and Zappa. I need to think about which is the least enjoyable. And I think with Kylie and Noah, they cheer you up. It's a happy, sunny day, and you're whistling along to the songs, you're humming along to the songs. For some reason, you can't quite do that with Zappa.
You can't, can you?
Cannot, I know, yeah.
No, oh.
You'd be walking all over the place if you were walking quickly to it.
I know. So with that in mind, I think I have to make the decision. And for this round, sorry, Frank Zappa, you are triggered.
Triggered, mate.
Well, that comes to the end of the programme. I need to now think about the winner. Now, I have to say that the person who got the most triggered was, in fact, Cheryl.
Yay!
So, Cheryl, you win triggered today.
Oh, gosh, thanks so much. Thank
Due
you. Due to Snoring and Zappa. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. And you have been listening to Triggered on Spark. Keep in touch with us on Twitter or Facebook. My thanks go to Cheryl, to Stuart, to Charlotte, forgetting Joel for pushing the buttons, and Jack for his outrageous hand signals. Most importantly, thank you for listening and taking part. I've been Donald Lamont. This has been Triggered on Spark. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Where Sunderland lives.
Spark.